The Euphrates River glittered under the Mesopotamian sun as the stage was set for one of the defining clashes of the ancient world, the Battle of Terqa. The year was around 1765 BCE, and tensions between two great powers, Ebla and Mari, had reached their breaking point. For decades, the rivalry between the two had shaped the politics, trade, and alliances of the region. Now, their ambitions collided at Terqa, a strategic stronghold along the Euphrates, where the fate of kingdoms would be decided. Ebla, under the leadership of King Isar Damu and his powerful vizier Ibbi Sipish, did not march alone. This time, they forged a coalition. Allies included Nagar, Kish, and Ibal, each bringing their armies, their ambitions, and their resolve to break Mari's dominance once and for all. Coalition warfare was not common in Mesopotamia, and this alone represented a tactical revolution. Instead of one state bearing the full weight of battle, multiple allies converged, creating a coordinated strike force too large for Mari to ignore. On the Mari side, their rulers had relied for years on Terqa as a defensive hub. Terqa's location along the Euphrates provided both a natural barrier and a supply artery. Mari's battle plan was to hold the river lines, absorb Ebla's assaults, and bleed the coalition until its unity fractured. But Ebla's generals had studied their enemy carefully. They understood that to win, they must not allow Mari to fight a defensive war of attrition. Their strategy was clear: strike hard, strike fast, and break Mari's defenses at their weakest point before reinforcements could arrive. The coalition began with intelligence gathering. Scouts mapped Terqa's walls, charted its gates, and reported on patrol routines. They noticed that Mari's eastern defenses were stronger, reinforced with heavier garrisons, while the western approaches were more lightly guarded. Here lay the opportunity. Ebla and Kish would mass on the west, while Nagar and Ibal launched a diversionary assault on the east. By splitting Mari's attention, the coalition created the illusion of a full frontal siege, when in reality, the decisive blow would come from the western side. The tactics were simple but devastating: misdirection, encirclement, and concentrated force. Ebla's army, disciplined and motivated, formed the spearhead. Kish, known for its elite warriors, provided shock troops for the breakthrough. Nagar and Ibal, though smaller in numbers, played the crucial role of tying down Mari's defenders, ensuring they could not redeploy to stop the main strike. As dawn broke, the battle erupted. From the east, war cries rang out as Nagar's forces hurled themselves against Mari's walls. Arrows rained down, siege ladders rose, and Mari's defenders rushed to meet the attackers. The noise, the chaos, and the urgency convinced Mari's commanders that this was the primary assault. Orders were given, reinforcements were pulled from other sectors, and the eastern defenses became a maelstrom of battle. Meanwhile, on the western side, Ebla and Kish executed their carefully prepared assault. Instead of a noisy charge, they advanced with precision. Engineers and sappers moved ahead, undermining weak sections of the wall and setting fire to wooden gates. Shield formations covered the infantry as they pressed closer, while archers suppressed defenders on the fortified walls. When the gate finally buckled under the assault, Kish's warriors surged through with ferocity. Their role was clear: smash Mari's line before it could stabilize. The breakthrough sent shockwaves across Terqa's defenders. Panic spread as Mari's soldiers realized they were being attacked from within their own stronghold. Communications collapsed. The noise of battle, the divided fronts, and the speed of the western strike all combined to disorient Mari's command. Attempts to regroup were crushed by Ebla's relentless advance. The flanking maneuver had succeeded. Mari's army, stretched thin and thrown into confusion, began to crumble under pressure. At this point, one of the coalition's most brilliant strategies came into play: the encirclement. Instead of pushing all the way through, Ebla ordered a partial withdrawal of some units to block escape routes across the Euphrates. Mari's soldiers, trying to retreat, found themselves trapped between the river and the advancing coalition forces. What had begun as a defensive stand turned into a slaughter. Morale collapsed, many surrendered, others fled in desperation, abandoning Terqa to its fate. The aftermath was decisive. Mari's forces were shattered, its prestige ruined, and its territorial control broken. The coalition's victory at Terqa did more than win a battle. It shifted the balance of power in Mesopotamia. For Ebla, It proved the effectiveness of coalition warfare, intelligence gathering, and coordinated battle planning. Mari, once the proud rival, was reduced to retreat and decline. This victory marked the end of the Third Mari-Ebla War. What made this battle remarkable was not just the fighting itself, but the strategies that defined it. Ebla's leadership had understood the importance of unity among allies, the power of striking at weak points, and the psychological effect of deception. By forcing Mari to defend multiple fronts and concentrating its power where the enemy was weakest, Ebla turned the tide of war. The Battle of Terqa stood as an early example of how strategy, not just numbers, determined the fate of empires. Though centuries later Ebla itself faced destruction, the memory of Terqa remained a lasting testament to its military brilliance. This was not merely a clash of armies, but a demonstration of how foresight, planning, and daring execution changed history. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful tales from the past.